Hey racers, welcome back to the RC Fanatic vlog. Back at beautiful Stoblers RC Speedway, the affordable and enjoyable RC Dirt Oval experience. Today we're points race, and I want to thank again welcome all my new YouTube subscribers. Doing these weekly vlogs is actually a really cool thing, and to see the amount of people that actually watch the videos and want to see them is a pretty cool and overwhelming idea. On top of that, I want to thank all the people who have watched the driver interview last week with Brandon Staub. That is now the most watched video on my channel, around 50 or so views easily. I didn't know it was going to be that much, but to see that many people tuned in and watching my videos is actually a pretty overwhelming thing, and a pretty honest thing for me. So that was a pretty milestone for me, so thank you so much for that. Also, I want to invite you guys, like I always do, to Stoblers Speedway and experience some of the best racing here in South Central Pennsylvania. Every week we race, almost every Saturday. We do a race in August called the Race Against Leukemia, a charity race. We have finished the first two big races, the Stoblers Used Auto Parts Championship Dash, which was a huge success, and the Northeast Summer Championship, which was last week, which was a really big success and a really fun and meaningful project. The Race Against Leukemia is a charity race every year. If you rate, the entry fee is, I believe, $25, $30. If you raise, for every dollar you raise, $1 taken off of that. If you raise enough, you can raise free. And if you raise $50 or more, you get a commemorative Stoblers RC Speedway Race Against Leukemia t-shirt like the one I'm wearing. I urge you to come out and support a great hobby and a great cause. On top of that, points race, so stay tuned. I'll announce the points leaders after this, and I'll also want to tune in on something else. The Northeast Championship results I gave you last week were actually wrong, so I'm going to redo them and give them to you today at the end of this video. So without further ado, let's get into it. And so back to the race. Sorry for that brief intermission we have, but it's now time for the results from last week's competition. At the end of the qualifiers, number 1 for limited late model was Chris Intelsano, followed by Guy Intelsano and Chris Kennedy in spot 2 and 3. Those top 3 for the mod sprint was Max Fleur, Kyle Majikis, and Chris Intelsano. In the 17.5 stock late model, we had Bill Osborne, Eric Belts, and Casey Hess. In the 17.5 stock sprint class, we had Casey Hess, Kurt Sieber, and Eric Belts. Those are your top 3. In the sportsman late model, we had Chuck Eccles taking 3rd, Buddy Hartman in 2nd, and this guy Nathan Staub in 1st place for the sportsman late models. Congratulations, Nate.
Thanks. I'm out.
In the sportsman sprints, we had Mike Gallagher in 1st, Nate Gallagher in 2nd, followed by Buddy Hartman in 3rd. In the stock mud balls class, we had Justin Hartman in 1st, Michael Walkman in 2nd, and making his Stoblers RC Speedway debut, Brandon Staub in 3rd. 10.5 sprint, we had Kyle Majikis in 1st. 2nd went to Max Fleur, and 3rd went to Casey Hess, all very highly contested racers. The next spot, in the 13.5 mud balls, we had John Dewey in 1st place, Jeff Zarman and Roy Miller taking 2nd and 3rd with a little bit of a higher lap time. And that will do the results for the Northeast Summer Championship from last week. Sorry about the little bit of changing. I didn't read the right results last week. We had to add them. But we're good now, and that is the new racing. So, before I go, I do want to leave you with one thought. I get a question a lot about where do I go to pick up my parts for my RC cars and hobbies and things of that nature. And I recommend 2 things out of always. Either A, a dedicated hobby shop, or B, a trackside hobby shop if you live in your RC track that's open. I'm lucky enough to live near Star Brothers, so I can get all my parts from there if needed. But I try to stray as much as I can from going online if I don't have to, because I'd rather support, the local hobby shops. And that's where it really comes into play here. Supporting a hobby shop is important because that means sure the hobby shop will stay open for years to come. Thank you, as always, keep wheels on track, and I'll see you next time. Bye.